Hello, hello, everyone. Good morning. It is lovely to be back. I hope you are well today. If you're tuning in, do give me a hello in the comments. Let me know that you are here. And if you're watching the replay, please also say hello. Give me a hashtag replay so that I know that you are tuning in. For those of you that don't know me, if you have just stumbled across this live, my name is Annette Ferguson. I am CEO of Annette & Co, UK-based accounting firm. I am a chartered accountant, certified profit first professional and financial strategist. And we help business owners take home more money from their business for them and their families to enjoy. And today I want to speak about getting clients, really, and getting clients and customers for your business, and how we got our first client back in 2009 when I first started doing all this stuff. So if you are tuning in, give me a hello in the comments, give me some likes, some loves, some shares, some hearts, all those good things would be massively appreciated. It helps share out the session to other people and boost us in the algorithm, which is always appreciated. So today, like I said, I am speaking about how as a firm, we got our first client. Now, I say as a firm, it was only me back then. It was just me in my home office, and I was actually still working at the time as well. I was working in a financial control role in the oil and gas industry at that point in time. And I trained with a small accounting firm, however, and so working with small businesses was always something that I had in the back of my head that I really loved and I really enjoyed. And therefore, when I started my own practice, it was something that I wanted to focus on. Now, back in 2009, social media was really not at the place it is now. Yes, it was around. There was Facebook and there was Twitter, and I was active mainly on Twitter actually back then. And so I was doing some promo stuff on Twitter at that point in time, but really what I was focusing on back then was networking, face-to-face networking. So going to networking events and eating a vast number of disgusting breakfasts and talking to lots of different people. And I would go to each of these events. Some were weekly, some were monthly, and I would see the same people. And they were local events. So sometimes I'd see the same people at multiple different events. And why this is important still in today, because what I was doing at those events was I was talking to people, I was catching up with them, I was speaking about my business, they were speaking about their business, we were speaking about where we went on holiday. And fundamentally, what we were actually doing was building relationships. We were communicating, we were being normal human beings, and we were building relationships. And that is how I got my first clients, was from those local networking events, and some of which are still clients today, despite the fact that none of us are local to each other anymore. And many of us have moved away and moved to different places. Some of those people are still clients. And that is because of these strong relationships that were built during those local networking events. But the thing is, nowadays, I go to no local networking events. And that, in part, is because of the lifestyle that I have now. I have two small children. I don't want to be out every evening at networking events. And during the day, I am running the business, and therefore I don't really have as much free time as I did back then during the working day to go out and spend a few hours doing face-to-face networking, which is why nowadays, of course, many people are emulating that online through social media. And it's still, I believe, all about building relationships and nurturing relationships. So building those relationships so people come in as clients, and when they are clients and customers of yours, nurturing those relationships so that they stay. I feel like because we've had clients since 2009 that are still with us today, we have done somewhat okay. with that, of course, we are not perfect with it at all by any means, and these things can always be improved. But clearly, something is going okay as well, because of the longevity of a number of clients that we still have. And that is a big focus for our business, is trying to ensure that our client relationships are strong, because not only does it make it more enjoyable to work with clients when you have a strong relationship with them, and it makes our job easier in terms of advising them, supporting them, helping them, because we know about them and their business and their lives. It makes it more fun, but it also, actually, from a purely numbers perspective, it means that your client is likely to stay with you longer. It means that they are likely to pay their bills on time. And actually, from a profitable perspective, it works as well for most businesses to focus on that side of it, the relationship side of a business. And so that is what how I got my first client. And that is, in actual fact, really how we get clients nowadays, is through turning up as normal human beings and showing the world that we are normal human beings, like you would do at a networking event. So doing the same, but doing it online, just due to my life now, that is easier for me. That I'm not bashing local networking. I think that it can still work very well for a number of businesses, depending on where you are in your business's life cycle and your own life cycle, in terms of the time that you can dedicate to that, because relationship building should always yield the results, ultimately, to put it in a kind of black and white perspective. So if you're tuning in just now, if you've just hopped on, I appreciate you joining me. Thank you for hopping in. I would love if you want to give me some likes, some shares, some love, some hearts. If you are enjoying this video and you are getting value, that would mean a massive amount to me, because it helps us in the algorithm, and it helps people know that we are live, and it helps people come and tune in. Do also say hello in the comments. It is always lovely to get the odd hello in the comments, and have people speak to me, because it feels like there's more of a relationship when that happens, which is exactly what I am speaking about today. I am speaking about how we got our first client in the business. I say we, it was me and a computer. How we got our first client in the business, and actually what we do to emulate that position nowadays as well. And for me and our business, it's about relationships, because whether you're B2B or B2C, ultimately, you are human to human, you are people to people, because you are dealing with another human being, and therefore treating them like another human being who has their own lives and likes and dislikes and life outside of their business or their work or whatever it is they've come to you for, is also really important. Understanding and meeting your customer, your client, where they are, because they are their own human being, and building a relationship with them on that basis, to me, is fundamental in growing a business and nurturing a relationship for the long term. And that is exactly how we got our first clients. And that is what we aim to do every single day, to nurture our current client base and grow our client base at the same time. So I hope that that has been a helpful little insight for you into what you might want to consider in your own business, and perhaps even in your own life overall. It's not easy. It's not easy keeping up relationships in any guise. Relationships and communication always do take work, but certainly in your business, and actually in your personal life too, hopefully you can reap the rewards of that work as well at the same time. I appreciate you tuning in today. I hope this has been helpful. I would love your thoughts and insights in the comments as well, if you have any. I will come back and check the comments afterwards as well. So I would love your thoughts and insights on this too, because it's really important for all of us to share our views and how we think how we think on these topics too. It would be really helpful for me. So I appreciate you tuning in today. I will be back again at 10:30 tomorrow morning. I was obviously a bit late today. I had a call where I was building relationships. But I will be back again at a similar time tomorrow. So I hope that you can join me and tune in wherever you happen to be watching today. We are across multiple platforms. So wherever you happen to be watching, I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. Please do tune in again tomorrow, and I will speak to you all really soon. Take care, everyone.